All right, let's talk about studying for 2026. If you're tired of putting in all those hours and just not seeing the results you want, well, you are in exactly the right place. We're about to break down a 5 habit blueprint that's not about working harder at all, it's about studying smarter. You know this feeling, right? You spend hours, maybe even days, staring at the same pages, reading them over and over. But then you get to the exam, you look at the question, and your mind just goes totally blank. It is one of the most frustrating feelings ever for a student. But what if I told you the problem isn't your effort? So, what's the real secret sauce that separates the top students from everybody else? It is not about the number of hours they put in. It's about how they use that time. I mean, just look at this comparison. On one side, you've got the busy student, stressed out, unfocused, heading straight for burnout. And on the other, you've got the effective student, full of clarity, confident, and making real measurable progress. Our whole goal here is to move you from that left column right over to the right. And here's the most important thing to get, really. Becoming a top student, it's not about some innate talent you're born with. It's about habits, simple, practical habits that literally anyone can build. So let's start with the very first one. Okay, our first habit is all about planning. You know, most students don't fail because they can't study. They fail because they have no idea what to focus on. Just rushing into your books without a clear goal, it's honestly one of the biggest mistakes you can possibly make. Think about it like this. If you tried to build a house without a blueprint, you'd just be moving materials around, right? You'd be super busy, but you wouldn't actually be building anything. Studying without a plan is exactly the same. That plan, it's what gives all your effort direction and a real purpose. So, how do you actually build this plan? It's really simple. First, at the start of your day, just list 3 to 5 key tasks. That's it. Second, you have to be incredibly specific. A vague goal like study math just confuses your brain. But a clear goal like finish chapter 5 problems, that creates a clear action. And finally, prioritize. Tackle the stuff that's going to give you the biggest results first. Now, here's the really cool part. The psychological effect this has. When your plan is down on paper, your brain can finally relax. You don't have to carry that huge mental load of trying to remember everything. This clarity, it's like a superpower for your focus. All right, let's move on to our second habit. And honestly, this one is a total game changer: active learning. See, most students study passively. They read, they highlight, they watch lectures, but this is exactly why they forget almost everything they learned. I mean, this analogy just says it all, doesn't it? You could watch 100 videos on how to ride a bike, but you're only going to learn when you actually get on it and try to pedal yourself. Your brain has to be involved in the action, not just sitting on the sidelines as a spectator. So what does active learning actually look like in practice? Well, try teaching a concept to someone else. It could be a friend, a family member, heck, it could even be your pillow. The simple act of explaining forces your brain to engage. Or another great technique: after you read a chapter, close the book and try to summarize the key points out loud. And hey, there's real science behind this stuff. It's called the retrieval effect. The act of struggling, of actually trying to pull information from your memory, is what builds a strong, lasting connection in your brain. It's kind of like lifting weights for your mind. Rereading is easy, but retrieval is what makes you strong. Next up is a habit that might feel a little counterintuitive at first, but it is absolutely essential: taking smart breaks. The idea that you have to study nonstop to succeed is a total trap. Your brain just wasn't designed for that kind of endless focus. One of the best ways to structure this is something called the Pomodoro technique. Basically, you work in focused bursts, let's say for 45 minutes, and then you take a dedicated 5 to 10 minute break. The key, though, is what you do on that break. Get up, stretch, walk around. Please avoid scrolling on your phone, because that just replaces one type of mental strain with another. And I want you to stop thinking of these breaks as wasted time. They're not. They are when the real magic happens. During these little pauses, your brain is quietly organizing everything you just learned, shifting it from short-term to long-term memory. Just remember this: a tired brain forgets, but a recharged brain retains. All right, habit number 4 is all about where you study. We so often underestimate just how much our physical surroundings can either help us or seriously hold us back. A messy desk, a noisy room, these things can make concentration feel pretty much impossible. When you create a dedicated focus zone, you're sending a clear signal to your brain: okay, it's time to work.
So keep your space clean, organized, and use it only for studying. And here's the most important tip of all: put your phone in another room. Seriously. Out of sight, out of mind. This one tiny action can dramatically boost your productivity.
And hey, your environment isn't just physical, it's also social. The people you surround yourself with really, really matter. Being around other motivated, disciplined students, even if it's just in an online study group, can push you to be better. Believe it or not, focus is contagious. So we have arrived at our final habit, and this is the one that really ties everything else together. You see, learning isn't just about doing the work, it's about getting better at how you do the work. And that's where daily reflection comes in. All it takes is 5 minutes at the end of the day. Just ask yourself these 3 simple questions. Number 1, what did I actually get done today? Number 2, what study methods worked well for me? And number 3, what's one small thing I can do to improve tomorrow? This isn't about being hard on yourself, it's about being strategic. And this is the real power of reflection. You start to see patterns. You might discover you focus best in the morning, or that one study trick works way better for you than another. You're not just learning a subject anymore. You're learning how you learn, and that is the most valuable skill you can possibly have. So there you have it, your complete blueprint for success. Plan your focus every day, learn by actually doing, take smart breaks, design your success environment, and reflect daily. These 5 habits, they work together to create a super powerful system for effective learning. But here's the best part. You don't have to feel overwhelmed by all this. Don't try to implement all 5 of these habits tomorrow. Just pick one. Commit to that one habit for a week until it starts to feel natural. It's the small, consistent actions that lead to massive change over time. And that brings us to the end. So the real question isn't whether these habits work. They do. The question is, which one will you make your own? Which single habit from this entire blueprint are you going to commit to starting today? Your journey to becoming a better learner starts with that one choice.